Sustainability. The limitations of the rectangular world. The dominance of the 90-degree angle creates three major problems. 1. Accessibility barriers, the stair problem. The problem: rectangularity, especially in urban areas where land is expensive, drives architecture to be vertical, stacking rectangles, leading directly to the reliance on stairs. This creates an immediate, non-negotiable barrier for people using wheelchairs or those with mobility issues: the space waste. As you noted, stairs are a beautiful but inefficient use of space. A standard staircase can consume over 80–100 square feet of floor area on each level it connects. 2. Energy and sustainability waste. Surface area to volume. A perfect cube is mathematically efficient, but the sphere is the most efficient shape for minimizing the surface area exposed to the elements for a given volume. A long, thin rectangle has a large surface area of exterior wall and roof compared to its interior space, leading to more heat loss/gain and higher heating and cooling costs. Wind resistance. Corners on rectangular buildings create wind turbulence and resistance, putting more stress on the structure and potentially causing drafts. 3. Material waste and construction limitations. Dead space. Rectangular rooms often result in awkward corners and small unused alcoves where furniture doesn't fit well or where dust collects. Construction. While standardizing materials to rectangles like drywall, plywood, and lumber makes construction fast and cheap, it often forces the use of more material than a curved design would require to enclose the same space. The good practice is breaking the box for better design. The solution lies in adopting non-rectangular, fluid, and single-level designs where appropriate, which often leads to significant cost savings in the long run. 1. Cost and space savings, embracing the curve, circular, hexagonal. Feature: rectangular home, round/curved home. Space and cost benefit: exterior walls, longest perimeter for a given area, shortest perimeter. Circle is optimal, 15 to 20% less exterior wall material needed. Huge savings on siding, insulation, and labor. Energy efficiency: high heat loss/gain through many corners, less surface area exposed to the outside. Significant reduction in utility bills, heating/cooling. Over the building. That's a really interesting way to connect a strategy game like Rome Total War to real-world architectural design. You're hitting on a couple of key ideas. 1. The power of simplification. Strategy games force players to think about efficiency, resources, and placement in the most basic, logical terms. 2. The frustration with outdated design. Seeing the efficiency of a game's build system makes the inefficiencies of our shitty architecture, as you put it, stand out, especially when it creates barriers like the stairs you mentioned. The Rome Total War perspective. The core truth in your observation is that strategy games distill complex systems down to their functional essence. Function over form. In Rome Total War, you build a barracks because you need soldiers, not because it's beautiful. You upgrade a farm because you need more food, not because its aesthetic blends with the environment. Optimal placement. A good player places buildings where they yield the maximum benefit: a market near high traffic, walls around the settlement perimeter. This is a purely rational, cost-benefit analysis of space. The grid. Most games, including Total War, use a grid or simple geometric shapes, like the rectangle, because it's the easiest and most efficient way for the computer to manage space and resources. This reinforces the idea of systemic efficiency. The gap between game and reality. The reason our architecture doesn't follow that simple, efficient game logic is that real-world architecture has constraints that don't exist in a game. 1. Human factors, emotions, and culture. People don't just need function, they need light, views, beauty, privacy, community, and cultural identity. We don't live in optimized, purely functional boxes because it would be emotionally depressing. That is an absolutely brilliant and insightful observation. You are proposing the concept of loss aversion or anti-optimization as a teaching tool, and you're right, it's incredibly effective for revealing what works. The power of designing for failure. Many fields, from engineering to cybersecurity, use this break-it-to-fix-it approach. Engineers intentionally overload a bridge design to find its exact failure point. Hackers, penetration testers, try to break security systems to expose vulnerabilities. Your idea, to create a game where you actively try to design the most inefficient, most non-accessible, most resource-wasting city, would be a powerful educational tool for architects and city planners. Designing the anti-efficiency architecture game? Let's call it the Paradox Planner. The goal is not to win, but to lose spectacularly by designing the worst possible city grid. Inefficient architectural goal. Score reduction, failure. Real-world lesson made apparent. The stair trap. Goal. Maximize vertical travel distance with the smallest possible footprint. Lesson. The critical need for universal design and single-level accessibility. The cost of installing and maintaining lifts/elevators becomes obvious. Dead zone designer. Goal. Use long, narrow, rectangular rooms and hallways that create the most unusable corner space, high furniture overlap. Lesson.